You don't need more coffee, you need discipline. Let's stop making it a group project between you and all of your excuses. You're not lazy, you're just listening to the wrong voice. Listen, motivation will ghost you faster than your ex. Your mood is lying to you again. Feelings, who is that? Never met her. It doesn't matter when it's grind time. Motivation said it's busy today, sis. Hey friend, welcome back. If this is your first time, hey girl. My name is Shamika. I am your best friend, your little sister, your big sister, your favorite cousin, your friendly neighbor, your prayer partner, all the things. And welcome to Soft Grace. I am so excited that you are here. I help women embrace their soft era, embrace their feminine power, and just level up in every area of their life. So if that is your vibe, stick around and subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of this community. I create content surrounding all things feminine, all things glow up, all things next level, and I help women become the highest version of themselves. And who doesn't need a good glow up? Listen, we believe over here that every day in every way we get better and better. So today I just want to talk to you about two things: discipline and decisions. You ready? Let's get into today's agenda. Let's first talk about how discipline can be much louder than your excuses. So
you might be like, I don't feel like it today. The sun isn't shining. It's too much rain. I got cramps. I got a headache. My husband got on my nerves. I didn't win the lottery again. My neighbor irritated me. My children won't be quiet.
I just don't feel like it today. You might have a lot of excuses. What discipline is going to do? Discipline is going to kick your butt and be like, let's go anyway. I don't care what you feel like. I care about what we have to do. This is who we are. It's not just what we do. So let's say you might not feel like working out. Discipline is going to say work out anyway. It's not about what you feel like. It's about what's on our agenda. It's about who we are. That's like me trying to get up in the morning and say, I don't feel like being a woman today, or I don't feel like being Shamika Shaw today. I don't get to choose that. It's who I am. So if I say that I am a gym girly or that I am a healthy girly, then me going to the gym is not what I do, it's who I am. There's an expectation that comes along with identity. You don't get to say tomorrow, oh, I'm not going to be a teacher tomorrow. I'm deciding that I'm going to be something else. Now, there's a difference in changing your career path and, staying on the career path that you're on. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when you sign up for something, stick with it. When you sign up to be a therapist, stick with it. Maybe you didn't get booked for 3 months, but you still that girl as a therapist. Keep marketing yourself. Keep putting yourself out there so that you can eventually get booked and get out there and corner the market as a therapist. If you sign up to be a hairstylist, stick with it. You can't say, oh, it didn't work. I didn't get any bookings today, so I'm no longer a hairstylist. I'm going to go to something else. If you've tried for long enough and you want to switch careers, do it. But don't do it just because you don't feel like it.
I don't feel like showing up to be a hairstylist today, so I'm not going to be a hairstylist today.
No, when it is a part of your identity, it is just what we do. It is who we are. So here I am as a YouTuber. Here I am as a hope dealer. Here I am as your motivation coach. Here I am as your wellness coach. I want to make sure that you're well.
Not physically, because I'm still a juicy girl, so I can't necessarily coach you on being well physically.
But I can coach you on being well mentally and emotionally. We do not govern our lives based on how we feel. We govern our lives based on who we are and what we know. That's it. I feel like going to Krispy Kreme donuts, grabbing me a dozen donuts, coming home, getting in my bed and binge watching the Kardashians. That's what I feel like doing. Discipline says absolutely not, ma'am. First of all, no to the Krispy Kreme donuts. Go get you a salad or go get you some fruit. Some watermelon would do just fine. And we're not binge watching the Kardashians. I'm not going to sit down and watch people make it happen. No, I'm going to get up and go make it happen for myself, because listen, binge watching a reality show does not get you any closer to the next version of yourself. It does not get you closer to your next high level. They're already at their highest level. They've already made it. What are you going to do to make sure that you make it? Now, if you're watching it for some motivation, some inspiration, watch it while you're on the treadmill. Watch it while you're doing some work. Watch it while you're journaling. Watch it while you're working on your to-do list for the next day. Watch it while you're doing something, but don't just sit there and watch and hope and pray and wish that you had their lives. Cut off the TV and go make it happen. Success loves action. Success responds to action. If you're going to consume a lot of content, make sure that you create next. And I have just made it a rule. I will create more than I consume. I'm not going to sit there consuming all of this content, getting dopamine hit after dopamine hit. No, I'm going to turn it off and then go create something. If I'm getting motivation, let me grab my motivation real quick, but then let me go create. That's what you have to do. Don't just sit around and watch life pass you by. Don't sit around looking at your neighbor, looking at the beautiful car that they're driving, looking at how happy they seem in their marriage. No, go work on your own marriage. What can you do to show your husband, baby, you that deal. I still love you. You're amazing. Let's spice things up. Plan a date. Plan a staycation. Take your husband to a beautiful restaurant. What's his favorite restaurant? Buy his favorite meal or cook it at home. Like, baby, we gonna stay in tonight and have a good date night. Do that. Don't sit around and watch what other people are doing to make their lives good, and you sit back and hope and pray and wish that that can happen for you. Stop wishing and go work. Work more than you wish and make it happen for yourself. You can do it, girl. I believe in you. Okay, the second thing on our agenda that we'll talk about is decisions. We will make the decision once and then honor the decision every single day after that. So make the decision once and honor it every single day after you make that decision. And every single day, we show up as who and what we are. So you already made the decision to become her. So you've written down what her is, what she is. You know what she does for a living. You know the habits that she has. You know what time she wakes up. You know what she does when she first wakes up. You know her non-negotiables. You know the things that make her upset. You know the things that make her happy. You know her building habits. You know her daily routine. You know how her mind works. You know the books she likes to read. You know whether she watches TV or whether she listens to a podcast. You know what time she would rather work out, whether she works out in the daytime or whether she works out in the nighttime. You know what car she drives. You know what charities that she donates to. You know how she volunteers her time. You know whether she goes to church or not, whether she's an online girly or an in-person girly. You know all of these things. You've made the decision to become her. Now show up as her every single day. For me, the decision that I made is that I am going to look like something every single day. So let me tell you, I used to work for one of my friends. I used to work for her. And every single time we would go to the airport, she would, in a very subtle manner, ask me, "What do you got on? How did you come out the house like And I'm like, girl, we're just at the airport. I want to be comfortable flying, and we fly a lot. I still do. I fly a lot every single week, sometimes twice a week. I'm on an airplane. So I'm like, girl, like, we live in an airplane. Like, ain't nobody here to see me. Ain't nobody paying attention to me. I want to be comfortable. I'm going to have my hoodie on, my leggings, and I used to wear the thin leggings, so all of my juice was showing, my cellulite was showing, all of the things. And she was like, girl, what are you wearing? What does your hair look like? Where are your lashes? Where are your earrings? Like, girl, she used to read me a book every single time I would show up at the airport. And you know what I realized one day? I was like, you know what? Not just because she's saying something, but because I want to feel better about myself. Whenever I get dressed up and look like something, I notice that I feel better. All of a sudden, my confidence is on another level. All of a sudden, my mentality is on another level. I think higher when I look good. So like they say, when you look good, you feel good. And I've started saying, I look good, I feel good, I am good, just to add that little bit of an affirmation on the end. But I made a decision, a conscious decision, that I am going to show up as the highest version of myself. And she looks put together whenever she leaves the house. She looks put together. I hang out with another girlfriend, and whenever we're out and I try to take a picture, she was like, girl, I don't look right. So I asked her,
well, why did you leave the house if you don't look right?
Let's go back home and get ready. Let's go back home and start over so we can look right. I just made that decision within myself. I am going to show up as her whenever I leave the house. And what does that look like for me? For me, that looks like I'm not walking around looking like it's a laundry day. Y'all know what it looks like on laundry days. You just throw on the first clean thing that you look. Sometimes the top don't match the bottom. Sometimes they're, the top too small, the bottom too big. It's just like the stuff that's in the way back of the closet or at the very bottom of your drawer. You just grab anything and just like, okay, I'm not going nowhere for real. No, I'm going somewhere.
Where are you going?
To the grocery store.
Where are you going?
To the gas station.
Where are you going?
To get the mail from the mailbox.
Why are you dressed like that?
Because I want to.
Who are you dressing for?
Me, and her, the highest version of me. That's who I'm getting dressed for. And so that's the decision that I am making. I made that decision. And when I tell you I feel good when I walk out the house, I don't have to wonder people looking at me crazy. And not that I do it for people, I do it for me. And let me tell you, it is such a huge difference. I can say honestly, it is a huge difference in the way that I am treated now showing up at the airport than how I used to be treated showing up at the airport. When I used to show up, and I'm usually in first class because, you know, I get all of the upgrades, so I'm usually landing in first class, praise God. When I used to land in first class, they used to be like, can I see your boarding pass? Are you supposed to be here? I didn't look like I belonged because I looked like who did it and what for.
I look like a baby kid. I look like I ain't have no home training. I look like I live down the street from the homeless shelter. That's what I look like.
I literally used to show up. I'm gonna put a picture up so y'all can see how I used to show up to the airport. Now, they don't ask me any questions, okay? Except for, would you like something to drink before we depart? And they say, are you dining with us tonight, Miss Shaw? What would you like? That's the treatment that I get now that I show up looking like something. Also, I enjoy the thought of me keeping my word to myself. I've kept my word to myself that I am not going to show up looking like Who Shot John. I'm not about to show up looking like I'm defeated, I'm depressed, I'm stressed out. No, if I'm emotional, if I had a bad day, you're not gonna know it because I'm gonna look like I'm that girl every time I leave the house. So let me tell you what I did to support that. I got my eyebrows done. I got them microbladed. Is it microbladed or micro shaded? I don't remember, but I did that. I got my eyebrows done and then I keep my lashes done. A lot of times that's half the job right there. So I wake up halfway done. I pop on a good wig. Shop Silver Hair, by the way. Y'all know I got a hairline. Shop Silver Hair, okay? Get you a good wig. Get you 1 or 2. Get you 3 good wigs that you can just put on rotation. Get you a small one, a short little bob like this. I'm gonna make sure that this is on the website for y'all. Get you a short little bob. Get you a long something and then get you a curly something. Just get those 3 wigs and rotate to make sure that you're put together every single time. Now, if you get your natural hair done, you a natural hair girly, more power to you. Make sure that you just keep
them naps under control. Praise the Lord.
Keep them curls curled, okay? Make sure your kitchen is cleaned. You know the kitchen back there? Make sure that's together so that when you walk out the house, you can feel good about yourself. Don't you feel good when you look good? I feel good when I look good. I really do. So those are the only 2 things that I wanted to talk to y'all about today. Discipline and decision. As soon as you become disciplined, you will become the next level of you. And you make that discipline active by making a decision to become the next version of you. When you make the decision, start showing up as her every freaking day. Show up as her. I don't get a day off from being the highest version of Shamika. I don't get a day off from being my elevated self. Listen, I went to the top level and I'm not coming back down. There's no elevator that goes down. This elevator that we on here in Soft Grace, it only goes up. We're getting better and better. The old folks used to sing at church, every round goes higher and higher, okay? That's what happens. So make the decision and show up as it every single day. That builds discipline. That builds the life that you want, okay? And if you are feeling stuck, just in any way, in any area of your life, watch this video about how to get unstuck. That's going to help you. And come back and let me know what decision you are going to make to become disciplined. My decision was to show up as her every day in my physical appearance. And when I tell you, it helped me train my mindset. I cannot tell you how much more successful I am today just by deciding to look better than what I was looking. Wait till y'all see these pictures of what I used to look like and then what I look like today. Next level. Oh my gosh. I am the next level Shamika. I am the next level of myself. I'm not the highest version of myself, but I'm definitely at a higher level because I have the discipline of showing up as a higher level every single day. I no longer leave the house looking crazy every day. So that means I am the next level of myself. Round of applause. That is so exciting. Congratulations. I'm about to throw myself a celebration for becoming the next level of myself. Here I am. Wow, that feels incredible. I did it. And let me tell you something. It was as easy as making a decision. It was so easy that I didn't even realize that I arrived. You know how you kind of on autopilot, how you get in your car driving home from work or from somewhere and you're on a very familiar route, and the next thing you know, you're pulling up home and you're like, how did I even get here? You didn't even realize the journey that you took from point A to get to your house. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Like, how did I even get here? Well, I know how I got here by making a decision, but I guess I didn't realize the journey that it took. I'm sure there were some winding roads, but it was easy as making the decision and sticking to the decision every single day. I hope this blessed you because listen, this episode has blessed me because it's helped me to realize that I'm already the next level of myself. See you in the next episode. I'm about to go cry. Thank you for being here with me. I hope that this was a blessing to you. Remember, I love you. I am praying for you. You are that girl. You are the it factor. You are the main character. You're incredible. You're amazing. You're inspiring me. Thank y'all for coming in the comment section. That also inspires me. It lets me know that I am being a blessing to, even if it's just one person, somebody is getting blessed. So listen, thank you. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.